What's going on, guys? This is Qazi. Welcome to another amazing video. This is must-watch movies of 2019 for colorists. I've gone through and curated a list of films and gave them categories: war, specialty, period, modern. So the reason why I divided it into 4 different categories is because most of the time the projects that you're working on are gonna fall under one of these categories. Within these categories, I've rated movies from my favorite to my least favorite. And I'm gonna start with my least favorite all the way to my most favorite. The point of this video is to give you a library of looks. So when you're working on your project, you can go through and see what's hot, what's happening right now. And if you want to take your color grading game to the next level, make sure to check the link in the description below. 1 hour long training that takes you from not knowing anything about Resolve all the way to grading your first professional gig. Hit a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I post there every single day. Let's roll the intro. In the war category, let's start with my third pick, A Hidden Life by Terrence Malick. Now, this film is for those who are working on a project where the creative director or even yourself, you don't want to push yourself too far when it comes to color grading, and you like to keep things close to looking natural with the hint of cinematic look. Then this is the movie for you to watch. My second pick in this category is 1917. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Roger Deakins has a very specific look and all his movies stick with that. This look is for those that don't want to push it too far, like let's just say Dunkirk, or they don't want it too natural looking like Hidden Life. Then this is the happy medium. My favorite in this category is JOJO Rabbit. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. It has a great set design, but it goes way past that, because if you look at the exteriors, when kids are playing, they're at their camp, everything is warm and nice and fuzzy. But then when it's wartime, everything does have a very stylized look. As a colorist, you always want to work on things that really stand out when it comes to color grading. That's why this movie is #1 in this category for me. MIDSOMMAR gets its own category because in 2019, I couldn't find another film that comes even close to this. And this doesn't mean that it's the best looking film, but the experimentation that was done on this is unbelievable. I mean, just look at the scopes and where the blues are sitting in the shadows. This is out of control. I mean, it's even beyond my comfort zone. If I was working on this project, I would be questioning myself. And they ran with it, and it's a highly successful film, and the glow effect that they used. And it's also one of those movies where the look played a huge role in conveying the message, and I believe it definitely deserved a mention. Moving on. Now let's look at the period pieces, and my fourth pick in this category is Ford versus Ferrari. And to me, it's always a refresher when I see a period piece where they're not abusing the grain, they're not adding unnecessary vignettes, they're not shooting with old glass where there's just so much soft focus thing going on. They did this look in a very unique way, and I have so much respect for it. My third pick in this category is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Beautiful film. Tarantino always kills it with the set design and cinematography and all those things, and I feel like the look that they created in this one was the lifted shadows and how everything is just sitting right in the middle, and I just personally really like that style. It looks expensive and it just looks so freaking beautiful, and they really push the color palette. If you look at when they're outside, like this shot in particular, it's just so freaking stylized, and it fits the period piece vibe. What a beautiful movie. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. My second pick in this category is The Irishman, and what a freaking film. And the look, especially when you watch it in HDR on an OLED, it just looks absolutely phenomenal. Once again, love that it's a period piece, but it looks freaking tack sharp. The colors just pop, yet it still has that, you know, vintage teal that we associate with period piece. Overall, it was really well done when it comes to color grading. Definitely a must watch. Marriage Story is my favorite pick in this category, and it just has to take the cake because look at some of these shots and where the skin tones are sitting and everything. And for a Colorists to take that chance and for the director to give it a go, I just have so much respect for it, and I'm always up for pushing the boundary. And that's what's most interesting as a colorist. Like, you don't want to work on something where you're just playing it safe. You got to push those boundaries, and that's exactly what happened here. And it's my favorite pick in the period pieces. Moving on. My fifth pick in modern category is Parasite. I mean, just look at this film. Asian films always have their unique color palette where they have these deep teals and reds and oranges, and it just looks so freaking gorgeous. And you know that this is not real life. This is not how things look with our eyes, but you're ready to suspend your disbelief because it's just a pure work of art. It looks absolutely phenomenal. From cinematography to color grading, it absolutely looks stunning. My fourth pick in this category is Knives Out. Oh my God, I am actually blown away by the way this movie looks. I thought it was Stefan, and then I checked and it's not. I am so stoked to pretty much devour every single thing that this colorist is working on, because this is mind-blowing, guys. Like, I want you to watch the trailer and maybe use this for your next project and try to create something similar to what's happening here. There's so much saturation, there's so much contrast, yet I can see everything in my highlights, in my shadows. It's just such a gorgeous, the epitome of a modern day look. Definitely a must watch. My third pick in this category is Uncut Gems, and again, you're gonna start to pick up on this theme, experimentation, and that's what's happening here. From cinematography, the way this movie is lit, to the way it's graded, they're just letting everything live in its space. And there's a lot of creative choices. I talk about less is more, and I feel like that's what's happening here. Like, they're not fiddling with it, they're not overdoing anything, they're just letting each scene and each shot breathe in its own space. I think it's freaking phenomenal. I think it's harder than you think for a colorist to make those choices. They were able to do it successfully. Kudos to them. Looks absolutely phenomenal. My second pick in this category is, I cannot stop smiling because John Wick 3. John Wick series is one of my favorite, like, in the freaking world when it comes to action movies. And this one is graded by my favorite colorist, Jill Bogdanovich, and she absolutely freaking killed it, because this thing is so stylized, and she freaking pushed it as far as you can push an image, and just gorgeous. I mean, I actually want to watch it right after finishing this video. I might actually just pop it into my Blu-ray and watch it again because it looks freaking phenomenal. My number one pick, I mean, you guys know I have a soft spot for it. I've already put out 2 tutorials and I'll probably do 7 more. My number one movie in this category is Joker, again graded by Jill Bogdanovich, and what a freaking phenomenal look. Starting from cinematography all the way to grading, it's a freaking masterpiece. It's something that I bought in 4K Blu-ray, and I'm gonna buy it in 8K and 16K, and this is gonna be my first movie to purchase every single time. It's just pure perfection. There's nothing else that comes to mind, because it has a feel of like a period piece, yet it has such a modernized look, and it doesn't take away from the story. If anything, it adds so much to it. So, hands down, my number one pick of 2019, Joker. Watch it. I know for a fact everybody has seen it. Watch it again for me, and I will love you so much more. And on that note, drop a comment below. Let me know what were some of your favorite movies of 2019 when it comes to color grading. Guys, hit a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more awesomeness. Make sure to check the link in the description to take your color grading game to the next level. And I will see you guys in the next video.